turnovers, but he did help the Patriots put up a season-high 21 points.
Yeah, and the frustration with Jacoby Brissett when he was in there was he was brought in to not lose the game. Don't turn the football over. Well, he was turning the football over, but he also wasn't pushing the ball down the field, and that's something that Drake May excels at, and they were really excited to see him do that last week.
He does have Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Missed last week's game with a bad foot. May, little play fake, looking deep, chased out of the pocket, scrambles for a couple. Before he's dragged down by a former #1 overall pick in Trayvon Walker.
Well, you're looking here, they're running a little play action to start. You've got a double team on the backside, but just nobody open down the field, and Drake May wisely decides, hey, instead of forcing something on first down, first play of the game, just try to pick up a couple, use your athleticism, leave you in 2nd and 9.
That's DeMario Douglas in motion. And he'll get the ball on a quick swing out across the 35 and up close to the 40 before being shoved out of bounds by Jarian Jones. Well, with the Patriots, you heard Steve Weiss talk about it, 7 different offensive line combination in 7 games.
Yeah, you can't win like that, right? In order to have an offensive line that knows what they're doing, that's consistently blocking the right guys, you got to practice next to each other, and you got to play next to each other, and that's just not been the case for the Patriots this year.
3rd and 3 for the Patriots. May out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. Hits Douglas on a crossing route and gets a rare first down on a first drive. Just their 4th one all season. Douglas with the gain of 10.
You got Douglas going in motion here. They're trying to cause a little bit of confusion. He's just running a shallow cross, and Drake May does a great job with his eyes. He looks off, and then he finds the window, the second window across the field, hits pop in stride, and gives the Patriots a first down, something that they didn't get a lot of throughout the season on that first drive.
Play fake to Stevenson. May looking downfield, throwing and connecting. And is it rolling complete? It was in and out of the hands of the 2nd rounder, Jalen Polk. That has been a problem for him.
Yeah, Jalen Polk gets both hands on this. Should be able to catch it, but he just does not have the arm strength and the hand strength to be able to pull it through the Jaguars defender's hands. And unfortunately, the ball clearly hits the turf, and Jalen Polk struggling with some drops. About half the plays that are coming to him, he's dropping them, even though he tells everybody he still thinks he's got the best hands in the NFL.
He has caught only 10 of 24 targets this season. His head coach, Gerard Mayo, said this week he's had a little bit of a mental block. No problems here for the first-round pick. Mayo connects with Hunter Henry and gets it down inside the Jacksonville 35. A gain of 19. And this Jacksonville defense, yes, talented in the edge rush department. Josh Hines Allen, former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker. But the problem has been in the secondary, where they are dead last against the pass.
Well, they've had a lot of injuries in the secondary, and they've struggled to replace some of these guys. Big news for them, Tyson Campbell, he's back. He's their best corner. He's a guy that can travel all over the field and basically shut down one side of the field.
Campbell has missed the last 4 games with a bad hamstring. Stevenson, for the first time, gets a couple close to the 30. Gain of about 3 before a host of Jags bring him down. So this is a rarity here, a opening drive that is fairly successful for New England. As you can see, just them and the Philadelphia Eagles have yet to score on their opening drive this year. Jacksonville, however, they open up the welcome mat. Come on into our territory. They've allowed 4 of 6 teams to score a touchdown on their opening drive. 2nd and 7. Another play fake. May with a flag down. He's going to keep it down just inside the 30. And for the first time today, we will hear from our referee, Brad Rogers.
I want the Patriots to win.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 3. Did not get set before the snap. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Second-year receiver Demario Douglas and Gerard Mayo, boy, during our production meeting, he was going nuts about all the pre-snap penalties and the mental errors that this team has had.
Yeah, it's really what's been killing him, especially on third downs. And Pop Douglas, he's one of the guys that's really benefited from Drake May being in the game, but you just got to do your job. That's the best thing you can do for your rookie quarterback. Don't do too much. Don't get penalties pre-snap.
Another play pick on 2nd and 12, dumps it down to Gibson. Works his way inside the 30, about 3 yards shy of the first down, a pickup of 9.
I like this. You're going to get a little halfback screen. It comes off a play action. Drake May finds his running back. And the most important thing on these screens is getting those linemen out, right? You got to find the guy who's playing man-to-man coverage on your running back. You got to peel him off and then try to get number 2 and 3 down the field to create that alley for your running back.
And the man who made that play, Antonio Gibson, is being checked on. We will step away with the Patriots driving.
Fellas, it's clear why Caesar's brought us together. This is the ultimate quarterback round.
With the rain coming down, 3rd and 3, Antonio Gibson headed into the blue tent under his own power. It is a handoff inside. And inside the 20 is Ramondre Stevenson. As the opening drive continues with an 11-yard gain.
Patriots are just going to run a little inside zone here, gap scheme combination. Ramondre Stevenson is just such a good running back, getting his shoulders downhill when you got that backside guard pulling, creating a little bit of a crack in the seam. Ramondre puts his shoulders towards the goal line, falls forward for an easy first down.
May, play fake, looks left, gets pressured, and gets dropped. Devin Lloyd takes down May as he was looking deep down the left side, but the Jaguars had it sniffed out.
And you got your guy right here. He's going to run just a little bit of a twist up front. It's like a little bit of a cross. What he's trying to do is he's spying Drake May, seeing wherever he's going to go, and as the pocket collapses, he's just going to find Drake wherever he tries to escape. He escapes to his right. He's right there to be able to take him down to the side.
2nd and 16. May hits his man for a short gain. It is Henry getting it back to about the original line of scrimmage, and so it'll be 3rd and 10. Now, unfortunately, both these teams, when they hit the red zone, either offensively for New England or defensively for Jacksonville, they leave faced with embarrassment. Dead last of the Patriots in terms of touchdown percentage inside the 20. The Jags, however, they're happy to give up points. Almost 76% of the time do they give up a touchdown here.
Keep an eye on Hunter Henry here. He's right there. He's their favorite red zone target.
May swings it out. That's Michael Hasty making a cut inside the 10, inside the pocket.
Touchdown, yeah.
Michael Hasty with just his 2nd catch of the year, and it leads to the Patriots' first opening drive touchdown of the season.
Just a beautiful call here by New England. They line up with the bunch formation to the left. They're just going to hit their running back out of the backfield on a flare to the right. And Jacksonville blitzes right from that direction and tries to cover the running back all the way from the other side. They're not able to do it. Easy touchdown for the Patriots.
Joey Slye adds the PAT, and just like that, Drake May has the Patriots.
Couple screens, couple handoffs, keeping the defense honest, not letting them really pick up on any one thing that they were doing. And then the touchdown comes right when the Jaguars are blitzing, right? We knew that the New England Patriots were expecting them to blitz. They blitz, and then they make a pay.
Joey Slye and booted away. Parker Washington and Tim Jones back deep. That'll be Washington He will take a knee, and the Jags will start the drive at the 30-yard line. Trevor Lawrence, by his own admission, did not play well the first month, but the last 2 weeks, as you can see, the stats are better, the play is improved.
He talked about pressing too much. He got that big contract in the offseason, and he felt like he had to live up to that contract. Little imposter syndrome. Maybe he didn't feel like he was totally worth it, so he felt like he had to do more, be somebody that he's not, when really all the Jacksonville Jaguars need is Trevor Lawrence to be Trevor Lawrence.
You know, Kyle Brandt told us in the pregame show, don't talk about Trevor Lawrence's contract. Sorry about it, Kyle. Had to mention it at some point. Play fake by Lawrence. Swings it out to his dependable tight end, Evan Ingram, who caught 10 passes and then slides down safely on the Patriots sideline. Same starting lineup for all 7 games for the Jags, and then plenty of playmakers, even though Travis Etienne is inactive with a bad hammy. Keep your eye on the outstanding rookie, Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Brian Thomas is a speedster. He's a guy they're going to try to move all over the field. He's got that versatility to line up anywhere and find a good matchup for the Jaguars offense.
Another play fake by Lawrence. He has Ingram wide open. He's going to get it into Patriots territory. Dragged down there by Kyle Duggar, a gain of 13. Busy last week with a 10-catch day against Chicago and has it going early.
Yeah, we knew Ingram was such a big part of this offense with Trevor Lawrence and the trust that he has in him. Just running a crossing route there, and he's got the speed to beat any linebacker that's covering him when he's trying to run all the way across the field. Great job by Evan Ingram getting started there. 2 plays early on, trying to get back that 7 points that New England scored on the first drive.
Tank Bigsby in the backfield behind Lawrence. He'll get it for the first time today, trying to bounce it outside and has nowhere to go as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. New England last week gave up 41 points. Second most in the last 25 years in a regular season game, so they've made a bit of a lineup change. Christian Ellis is going to start for their leading tackler, Raekwon McMillan.
And Raekwon was really struggling making the tackles. And when you've got a guy that just can't get somebody down, you got to get him out of there and you got to change things up when your run defense is struggling so much. And it's one of the things that you pride yourself on as a defense.
2nd and 10. Quick toss. Bigsby picking his way close to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4, let's call it. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Bigsby, a guy who actually leads the NFL in yards per carry at over 7. He is explosive. A couple of 50-plus yard gains this year. Johnson, serving as the backup running back, is checked in. He is next to Lawrence, who's in shotgun. Johnson will get it, and he'll be hit immediately by the veteran Jonathan Jones. A great story, an undrafted free agent back in 2016 and a 2-time Super Bowl champ.
Yeah, just a great tackle here by New England, seeing that the ball is going to get dumped off into a flat right away, wrapping up, getting their hands around the running back, and bringing him to the ground. Jacksonville is hoping to be able to throw a quick pass, maybe break a tackle, get a first down, but New England's not letting them have that. With the great tackling, you can tell the emphasis this week from Gerard Mayo was get those dudes on the ground, no more broken tackles.
One of the more dependable hunters, Logan Cook, on to kick it away for Jacksonville to Marcus Jones, standing inside his own 10. Slides down just past the 15. Ventrell Miller there to make the stop after a 10-yard return. Fans, all 32 teams on hand, ready to check out. Van Pelt so far there, OC.
Great balance. He was moving Drake May out of the pocket. They had a few runs, a couple screens. Really was keeping Jacksonville's defense off balance, and they were waiting for them to blitz so they could throw to the running back and score a touchdown. So where you draw it up?
Stevenson gets nailed look at the next-gen stats powered by AWS, and like a lot of quarterbacks, dude doesn't love the pressure. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, you look at this number right here versus this number right here. One is when he's got people in his face, and one when he's got a clean pocket. So far today, clean pocket, we're seeing good Drake May out there.
Second and 9, May from the shotgun. Gets it away. There's a flag on
What?
the...
Seeing good Drake May out there.
Second and 9, May from the shotgun. Gets it away. There's a flag on the play. It was a one-hopper to Bourne. And May was feeling the pressure from his backside. Josh Hines Allen. And let's see what the flag is.
Offside. Defense number 41.
He jumped offside.
Well, that'll increase the pressure rate when you're offsides a little bit.
A little bit early there, and I'm surprised it took him so long to throw that flag because it seemed pretty obvious that Hines Allen had jumped the snap just a little bit too early and allowed Hines Allen to get in there and put a hand on Drake May.
So a 3-5 on the play makes it second and 4. May swings it out and overshoots Stevenson. Jacoby Brissett, by the way, on the all-hands team on that one, is the now backup quarterback who continues to give leadership and guidance to the number 3 overall pick make play.
He's such a benefit for Drake May. He said, I got you, buddy. Whatever you need, look at that. Even if he needs to catch his passes, he's got his back.
Patriots 3 for 3 on third down attempts on their opening drive. May, pressure, steps up, and he's going to get the first down with his legs and then some past the 35. We saw Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick, do this against Jacksonville last week, and now May with a pickup of 15.
Yeah, great job by May. He's going through his full progression here, sees that nobody's available, pocket pretty good early, starts to collapse late, but he puts 2 hands on the ball, secures the football, realizes he can scurry forward for a first down, and then he's really willing to get some of those tough yards, doesn't slide too soon, able to jump forward, grab the first down, and he pops up with that beautiful smile.
Antonio Gibson back in the game, and he gets the rock, but gets nothing. Maybe loses a half yard. Eric Armstead, the free agent pickup from San Francisco with the stop. So what is the biggest key when you're talking about a rookie quarterback and now his second career start?
Well, you know they're going to be watching all the film from last week, trying to figure out what were his tendencies, what were the things that he did not handle very well, and then they're just going to try to spam it, right? Like those political commercials. They're just going to get him over and over and over again until he proves that he can handle that situation or that blitz or that coverage.
Second and 10, May, tight window, and he connects with his tight end Hunter Henry, who did not get touched, and then he got up and made it all the way to midfield. May is connected already with 4 different receivers. Tight window there as he just got it past Ventrell Miller.
Yeah, great job threading the needle there. Finding Hunter Henry, looking into the flat, getting the linebacker to move a little bit, and creating that window in the zone coverage to be able to hit your man, Hunter Henry.
Another handoff. Gibson gets up to midfield for a yard. Ventrell Miller, who has had double-digit tackle game in 2 of the last 3 games, wraps him up. This Jacksonville defense, there is a lot of talent, certainly in the front 7 there. And looks like we do have a Patriots player down at midfield. That is one of their offensive linemen, the rookie Layden Robinson, back in as a starter. While they check on him, we will step away with the Patriots up 7-0.
Whatever you're into,
City Sioux, he's a guy that can play tackle, he can play guard. He's versatile, but anytime you're putting your backup in, it just makes you worse because the unit that you've been practicing with against all these Jacksonville looks now is different.
Patriots on the move, 2nd and 9 with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Thank you for joining us here on NFL Network. May steps, throws to Henry again. He's going to get the first down inside the 40 before Miller brings him down. Great job by May just shifting and keeping the play alive. We gain a 12.
Great job by May. Got Hunter Henry over here on the right side of the screen, and as Drake May escapes out of the pocket, it gives Henry time to find that extra window in the zone coverage. He keeps moving, keeps working for his quarterback, makes himself available, and they got the first down.
Half of May's 8 completions ended up in the arms of Hunter Henry. Gibson getting spun down after a gain of 3. And a quick reminder that next Sunday, NFL Game Day morning returns. Yes, the crew's back in studio to get you ready for Week 8. Plus, it is National Tight Ends Day. We are celebrating the best in the game. That is NFL Game Day morning returns next Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on NFL Network. You're a good athlete. You had to play tight end at some point.
I was a little tight end in high school, fat guy tight end in college, and short yardage every now and then.
They were throwing to you?
No, they didn't even consider that. They saw my hands.
Stevenson comes back. There is a flag down as he takes it down to the 31.
Not sure exactly what this is going to be, but
Offside. Defense number 41. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Second time this
It's so offside again.
This defense.
we said before the game, self-inflicted negatives, sins, things that you're doing pre-snap that are dumb, that are hurting your team, and lining up in the neutral zone certainly qualifies for dumb sins.
And the Patriots' offensive dominance, yeah, you heard me right, it continues, facing a 2nd and short.
This was only fraction penalty.
Looks like that might be Ledbetter. Or is it Jordan Jefferson, the rookie?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 98. Made contact with an offensive player. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It is Jefferson, who is playing just his 2nd game in the NFL. It looks like that penalty not only gives the Patriots a first down, but takes us to the end of the first quarter
That's the
here.
other one.
8 first downs in this game. Play fake to Stevenson. May is going to dump it down to him now. Spins and gets dragged down at the 22-yard line. Moments ago, Steve Wyche caught up with the Patriots head coach, Gerard Mayo.
Coach, what about the player, your rookie quarterback, Drake May, out there?
Yeah, he's out there making all the throws, extending plays, but really a lot of kudos goes to the offensive line. They're moving bodies, giving them time. We've had clean pockets, and he's executing.
And also your defense, a quick 3 and out so you guys can dominate that first quarter clockwise.
Yeah, it was a great first quarter, but once again, we always talk about starting fast and with the finish. And this is like finishing this drive defensively as well. We got to get the ball off these guys and get it back to offense.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Drive which started on their own 15 continues in Jacksonville with a big hit there as Ventrell Miller continues to play exceptional football, bringing down Stevenson for no gain.
The Patriots are trying to run outside zone to their right, and Ventrell Miller just too quick, shooting himself in that A-gap. Patriots left guard not able to get his hat in front and stop the penetration. Big stop for New England. Now it's 3rd and 7. Got to pick up a 3rd and long here now with the rookie quarterback.
Is lonesome in the backfield. Now Gibson resets next to him. Play clock winding down. The Patriots get it off. May looking left, throwing now back to the middle and misconnecting with Bourne. Would have been an easy first down. Instead, they'll set up for a field goal try.
Yeah, we just missed him there, but there was a little bit of pressure coming off the right side. Right here, right guard City Sioux gets beat right off the bat by Eric Armstead. Watch the quick swim to the outside. doesn't allow Drake May to step up into that throw. He has to rush the throw just a little bit too far out in front of the Patriots receiver. Otherwise, they convert that first down.
Joey Sly now on for a 41-yard field goal attempt.
Need a field goal. Yes.
10, Jacksonville, nothing. The rookie quarterback drives him right down the field. Now it's Trevor Lawrence.
Driving.
Joe, got to be honest with you, this offense looks entirely different with Drake May at the helm.
He's doing such a great job. He's reading the entire field. He's making good decisions. He's not forcing anything down the field. If it's there, he takes it. But if not, he's hanging in there tight. And got to give a lot of props, just like Gerard Mayo did to this offensive line. Doing a great job, giving him the pocket he needs and the time to survey everything downfield.
Sly to kick it away. It'll be returnable. Washington grabs it on the run. Past the 25 to 30 and then decked at the 32-yard line. As Trevor Lawrence takes the field for his second drive. Check in on New England versus Old England. Football club's just won from the United States. 745 over here in England. As you can see, this is cool. Super Bowl's just one World Cup back in 1966 for the English national team. And by the way, a half dozen World Cup games will be played in 2026 at Gillette Stadium.
You gonna go to any of those, Chris? You a big soccer fan?
I am. International soccer. Love it. Love it. Big time. Working on tickets already. Lawrence, play fake, rolls left. Dumps it. And that is Gabe Davis for a first down. Interesting week last week in London for Davis, who did catch 2 touchdowns, but also dropped 2 in the end zone.
Yeah, here he is coming all the way across the field. The Jaguars are running heavy play action to their right, booting back to their left, finding Gabe Davis in the flat, and it's all about getting the drive started. So having a nice play right there, getting a first down, building a little bit momentum into this drive, because this is crucial. You got to get a touchdown. You can't stay down by more than 2 scores here against the New England Patriots.
Bigsby in the backfield. Play fake to him. That is Brian Thomas touching the ball for the first time. Running it around, and Keon White is going to knock it out. Actually makes that Jennings on the play for New England.
This play was close to being something that could happen, but Jacksonville just didn't get the edge sealed. And when you're running these arounds, these reverse type plays, you've got to seal that backside edge, because that's the guy that you need to be able to run around, because if he stretches the play, pursuit's going to be able to get there from the backside once they realize what's going on. And the jig is up.
Davis in motion on 2nd and 9.
Tornado, watch it.
Play clock winding down. And
Timeouts called by 1.
So it took a little too long to change. Live from LA, breaks down every trending storyline in the NFL. Good Morning Football weekdays at 8, only on NFL Network. Just the second drive of the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Down double digits, 12 change to go here in the opening half. Lawrence, plenty of time, looking downfield, has Christian Kirk inside the 30 as he went up and snagged that one. Gain of 20.
This is an incredible throw by Trevor Lawrence here. You're going to see Christian Kirk. He's lining up right here. He's working up the field vertically. You can see the linebackers underneath trying to run with him. Trevor Lawrence is able to buy just enough time for him to run past the linebacker. And before the safety's able to come down and make the play, Trevor Lawrence throws a dart into that window.
And they're going fast. That's Dearness Johnson, speaking of fast, as he breaks one and gets it just inside the 20 for a gain of 10. And it looks like that's going to move the chains. Yes, it will.
One of my favorite things that offenses do is after you hit a big play action shot, you got all this momentum built up, Get up quick, let's run another play. Have a play in your pocket like that. We can quick hand the ball off. You can put pressure on that defense. You know you're going to get something vanilla, and a lot of times you get a big positive play like they did.
Bixby back in the backfield. He'll take it up the middle. Has an open space inside the 15 and the 10. Back-to-back first down runs for Jacksonville. That's a gain of 13. Doing all of this without Travis Etienne.
And Jacksonville's just running inside zone to the left. Tank Bigsby's doing a great job running downhill, bringing those linebackers up. And they got a great double team by their left guard and their center, getting vertical movement, which is the most important thing when you're running that inside zone. And Tank Bigsby does a great job cutting to the outside, using that explosiveness, getting down inside the 10-yard line.
In terms of rushing yards per carry, Jacksonville's second to only the Baltimore Ravens this season. This time they're going to throw it, and it is knocked down. Whew. Kyle Duggar was coming on the blitz, and Lawrence seemed a little fortunate on that one.
Got a little fortunate there, trying to get the ball over here on this side on a little screen, but unfortunately, the Patriots bring a little bit of a pressure off the edge. Nobody blocks Duggar, and he's right in Lawrence's face too quickly. No way for Lawrence to be able to fit that ball around Duggar to get the ball into the sideline there for a screenplay.
First incompletion of the game for Lawrence. Bixby again, not much. Raekwon McMillan benched to start the game, wraps him up.
Yeah, they're running a power scheme here, pulling the backside tackle so they can tackle power. And tackle for Jacksonville comes around and just does not hit Raekwon McMillan hard enough to open up the hole. He allows Raekwon to spill it, and there's just no room for Jacksonville's running back to run.
Third goal from the 7. Lawrence looking to the middle, and he's got Thomas for the touchdown. The first-round pick out of LSU with his 4th touchdown this season to cap a 8-play, 68-yard drive.
New England just have a little bit of confusion over here. They're trying to play man coverage. They're trying to play in and out on the bunch. Brian Thomas cuts in from the inside position. Nobody covers him. That's a touchdown pass that Chris Rose could throw with his eyes closed right there.
Cam Little with the PAT. You haven't seen me throw the ball lately. Obviously Hall of Famer. And just like that. Just exactly what we expected, Joe Thomas. These offenses flying all over the place here in London.
Yeah, we knew these offenses were going to be on fire, being as though they came into this game on fire, and it has just continued.
Hasty's going to take a knee, and the Patriots will start with the ball at the 30-yard line. Let's take another look at the play and see what really happened, presented by Progressive. Drake May, outstanding so far.
Yeah, Drake May's done a great job understanding, hey, everybody's covered on that play. You can just pull the ball, put your hands on it, and run for the first down. Here he sees he's got his running back wide open in the flat because Jacksonville brings pressure to his right. They're trying to cover him with the defensive end all the way on the other side of the field. Seems like a little bit of a bust there, but he finds the open man, gives his guys an opportunity to catch the football and do something with it. He's playing great football thus far in this game.
Taking advantage of facing the 32nd ranked pass defense, and he's off to throw it. Nice play there by Monteric Brown, but there is a late flag on the play. He's looking for Kayshon Boutte.
Pass interference. Defense, number 30. I'll place at the spot of the foul.
Yes.
First down.
So apparently not as good a play as I thought.
Yeah, Boutte gets inside leverage there on the receiver and just a little bit of a tug at the top of the route. That's all it takes is a little bit of a tug. Restricts his ability to make that break to the inside to get the football. Good call by the officials.
Ramondre Stevenson off the right side. Eric Armstead, Chad Muma there, and actually it's a loss of 1 on the play. Drake May, just the latest of the first-round quarterbacks that had his name called into the starting lineup. We've already seen Caleb Williams last week here on NFL Network. Boy, what an improvement he has shown in 6 short weeks. Jaden Daniels, from the word go, has been great. And Bo Nix out there in Denver has already won 4 of his first 7 starts.
It's pretty amazing to see what these rookie quarterbacks have done, and you contrast that with like the guys in Trevor Lawrence's class. It really is such a crapshoot when you draft a quarterback in the first round.
May looking left, hits Henry, but that is going to go the wrong way for New England. Jeremiah Ledbetter there on the big stop for the veteran. As far as those rookie quarterbacks, the thing that I love about the Patriots is that last week they didn't baby Drake May at all. I mean, they let him sling it around the yard.
It was great meeting with Alex Van Pelt, Patriots offensive coordinator, yesterday, and we made that point. He said, look, we want to allow Drake May to be Drake May and to do the things that he does best. And he throws the football down the field really well. So we don't want to handcuff him just because he's a rookie. We want to give him the opportunity to be the best version of himself and to show everybody on this organization why he can be the quarterback for a long time here in New England.
He's going to check it down to Hasty on 3rd and 15. He'll get a little yardage back as he had to play it safe on that play, and Jacksonville is going to force a stop.
It's a little something new for Jacksonville's pass defense.
That'll bring on Bryce Baringer. 23 consecutive games with a punt of at least 50 yards. It's the longest active streak in the NFL. Parker Washington standing at his own 10 to return it. Washington calling for the fair catch on the run. Takes it at the 18. Oxford Circle, one of the beautiful touristy spots here in London. Give it a visit sometime soon.
Little replaced him on that last drive, and it looks like he'll finish things out. Back to Joe and Chris in the booth.
Steve, thank you very much. And so New England, not going to show them any sympathy, obviously, because they have the offensive line shuffled down pat, if you will. But now Walker Little, a guy who's made 17 starts, including 7 at left tackle a season ago, should be okay there.
Yeah, it's nice to have a guy that you can plug in that's got some experience in that position, because the last thing you want is a guy to have to go in the middle of the game who hasn't got the reps during the season, hasn't got any of the reps getting ready for this game, to have to go out there as a player that's been sitting on the sideline getting cold, and now all of a sudden you're blocking some of the best pass rushers in the NFL.
So the Jaguars scoring a touchdown on their last drive. They're going to start it out on the ground. Bigsby for a couple. Christian Ellis there with Jaquelin Roy on the stop. Gain of 3. Bigsby, of course, getting the lion's share of the work with Travis Etienne sidelined because of a hamstring injury. Joe, you look at this Jacksonville offense, and I mean, it is weapon after weapon.
Yeah, that's why it's so confusing when you got a quarterback that you just paid a bunch of money. You got weapons at tight end. You got weapons on the outside. You got 2 good running backs. You got an offensive line that's playing good. You just can't understand why it's not working. And it's just not functioning properly because they're just making too many critical mistakes, which is what you wouldn't expect.
Lawrence going deep for his rookie Thomas. He's got it inside the 25. It energizes this crowd. A gain of 58.
Catch up here, Brian Thomas. He's the speedster. He's just running right through the coverage. Nobody in the Patriots secondary can keep up with him. Trevor Lawrence does a great job putting air under that football, so the tip of that football is falling down, making it a friendly ball for Brian Thomas to be able to secure, and no drops on that play. After 4 drops, touchdowns last week from the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're able to secure that huge play. And one of the things Doug Peterson talked to us about this week, hey, who's going to respond when we get behind him and need that spark? So far, it's been Brian Thomas.
Ingram gets it inside the 20, dragged down. Brian Thomas actually leads all rookies in receiving yards coming into this game, was second to his former college teammate Malik Neighbors in receptions. Quiet guy, but speaks a big game on the field.
That was one thing that Doug Peterson told us about him is, you're probably not going to get a lot from him in these meetings, but he's a gamer. He's a guy that's, when it's game day on Sunday, he's got that killer instinct. He's got that mentality that he's going to get every single football, and we saw it there on that play.
Bigsby inside the 15, the 10, and take it down, but not before he gets another first down. Christian Gonzalez on the stop. It's another 10 for Jacksonville.
Really good run here by Bigsby. They're running inside zone to the left. Ezra Cleveland doing a great job getting vertical movement on the down guy, and then he pancakes the linebacker for the Patriots, creating plenty of space for Bigsby to cut to his left and to pick up a big first down, setting up first and goal from the 9.
And this is where Jacksonville shot itself in the foot last week against Chicago with multiple penalties and drops. It's Bigsby again. He's rolling over and gets it down to the goal line. He took on Jonathan Jones head on.
Oh, you gotta love that. You got the guard pulling from the backside, the old school power play. You got Bigsby lowering his shoulder. He will not be denied as he's working into the end zone. Ezra Cleveland trying to help his buddy, pushing him across that goal line. Almost there, half-yard line. Let's dial it back up. Doug Peterson, give it to the big fella. Give him an opportunity to go right through the middle of this Patriots defense.
Yeah, Bigsby, you just saw it, said, feed me. And Lawrence is going to end up in the shotgun with Bigsby on his right hip. It is Bigsby again, and he gets into the end zone. And this adopted home crowd of Jacksonville loving the last 2 drives as they have their first lead of the day.
You love it. Bigsby is not going to be denied. That is the block you got to have right there on the backside when you're running inside zone. You got to get movement on the backside. 3 technique defensive tackle. You got to get up to that second level linebacker. And then the safety's the only guy you got to run over. That's exactly what Tank Bigsby does to get the touchdown.
Little with the PAT. An 82-yard drive capped off by number 4 for 6 points. We will be back in 30 seconds after this message from Gatorade. Up on the ground.
Hero or be the hero?
Up on the ground. Halftime show. We got first half highlights and analysis, plus a look ahead of the games later today. It's all coming up next on the Lexus Halftime Show. We'll see if Kyle Brandt has any words of encouragement for us. We've stayed away pretty much from Trevor Lawrence's hair. We touched on the contract once. Yeah, okay, so.
I don't know if it's the English drinking game. We're just trying to set them up in the pub for postgame.
Patriots start off on the ground, and Stevenson gets maybe a yard. This Patriots offense, so explosive in the first quarter. 7 yards on 7 plays here in the second. Alex Van Pelt did tell us, hey, listen, we love what Drake May brings to the table. We would let him throw it 50 times if he could. Now he's got to balance that out, obviously, with a makeshift offensive line.
Yeah, this is a makeshift offensive line, but they've been doing a great job protecting for Drake May almost the entire day, giving him plenty of time to survey the field.
Swings it out. That is KJ Osborne catching it behind the line of scrimmage, gets it up to the 35 and gets knocked out of bounds. Johnson and Jones combine on the stop. And it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Patriots.
A really important 3rd down here. You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. You want to hold on to the football. You don't want to kick the ball to Jacksonville and allow them to go on a 2-minute drive. Remember, the Patriots got the ball first in this game, so you'd hate to allow the Jaguars with the lead to go score in 2 minutes and then double up and get the ball first in the second half.
We have a little movement. It's the veteran tight end Hunter Henry.
False start. Offense. Number 85. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Just don't know the snap count. I mean, what else are you going to say about that? You're a veteran. got to know the snap count. That was one of the things that Gerard Mayo talked about, how frustrating it was so far in this season for guys just not focusing in important moments. We just said, hey, this is a big 3rd and 5. They got to be able to convert this to keep the ball out of Trevor Lawrence's hands. What do? False start.
Here at Wembley Stadium in London, England, Patriots ball, facing a 3rd and long after a motion penalty.
Yeah, watch the running backs here. I feel like this is an opportunity to maybe dump the ball off to a tight end or running back in the flat, see if they can get the ball, get the first down after the catch.
Instead, May going deep downfield. He was looking for his rookie receiver, Jalen Polk. Has that jarred loose beautifully by the Jacksonville secondary. Andre Cisco right there, and it'll force a punt.
Big hit by Andre Cisco, separating the ball from the man. The ball gets thrown just a little bit upfield towards that safety instead of toward the sideline. Jalen Polk has to slow down, and he's not able to secure the football before he takes a big shot down the sideline.
Barringer to boot it away. Parker has to retreat all the way inside his 5, and he catches it. Makes a beeline past the 20. He's got some open space. Past the 40. Gets past the punter. Makes it to the 40. Parker Washington is going to go all the way for a touchdown as he does the Nestea plunge into the end zone. 96 yards on the punt return, and Jacksonville has scored the last 3 times it has touched the football.
All right, you're going to watch 2 blocks. Right here, they need to have a guy that folds back over the top, and that seam is where number 11 is able to take the ball, and he does not have to slow down one bit, doesn't even tap the brakes on the way to the end zone because New England gets out of their lanes with their punt team.
Flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be offside, so will Doug Peterson opt to now go for 2?
There it is. Great call there, Chris.
I've watched a lot of football on Sundays.
Chris Stradamus.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 48. Jacksonville has chosen to enforce this for a 2-point conversion at the 1-yard line.
Jelani Tavai with the infraction. And so now Jacksonville scoring every which way it can. Through the air, on the ground and via special teams.
Yeah, they're just trying to fill out our bingo cards here for scores. And again, penalties really starting to creep up on New England. A very non-Patriots type feel here when you're getting all these unforced penalties.
So Jacksonville, after the penalty, opting to go for 2 from the 1. That's Dearness Johnson in the backfield. Play fake to him. Lawrence, plenty of time, throws, and he's got Thomas for the conversion. A huge day for the rookie continues. Take one more look just to make sure he tapped those toes, the back of the end zone.
Looks like he got his feet in. The question is, does he have the ball secured from this angle?
That is confirmed. We will be back in 30 seconds right after this message.
So what are you thinking?
Because of the injury to Devin Duvernay, the 2-time Pro Bowler, and as you can see, longest punt return in Jacksonville history. They're officially calling it 97 yards. It's their first punt return for a score in 4 years, back when Keelan Cole did the honors.
Well, there's not many punt returns that long because usually people aren't catching the punts inside of the 10-yard line, but obviously great decision there because it worked out. Don't shoot that 3-pointer. Oh, great shot, great take.
Steve Weish, what do you have downstairs?
Well, guys, you know we've had intermittent rains, but there's been no slipping on the field. I spoke to several players before kickoff. They said the footing is great. That didn't always used to be the problem here at Wembley Stadium, but they've redone the drainage system, and everything has been fine. I'm sure, Chris, you don't even see any divots like you see after you use your 9-iron on the golf course.
I'm simply a short game guy, Steve Weish. Our pitch analyst today here on NFL Network. Good job, Steve, as always. So now Drake May and the Patriots looking to rebound. They've seen Jacksonville rip off 22 points in a row, and now Devon Hamilton playing some inspired football as well, as Hasty is dragged down for a loss.
So Jacksonville's allowed 30 points in the last 2 minutes of the half so far this season, so you'd expect New England being down by 12 is going to cut it loose here with Drake May. A lot of times, though, you're just going to have one easy play to try to get the drive started there. You got 3 timeouts. Maybe kill a little bit of clock because you definitely don't want to go 3 and out and give the ball back to Trevor Lawrence. They still got 2 timeouts.
May, being blitzed, swings it out, in and out of the hands. That was Demario Douglas over there. Couldn't bring it in. Jarian Jones on the tight coverage. So now maybe swing it back to Jacksonville, which has exploded for 22 straight points. They have 2 timeouts left. You get a stop, call timeout, force a punt.
Yeah, this is a problem situation here for New England. I don't think you have to run, but you got to complete a pass. So it'll be tough to throw past the sticks. You see it's 2 high safeties here, potentially playing really soft, forcing an underneath throw.
May hits Hunter Henry, who gets hit by 3 Jaguar defenders. And there indeed is a timeout. So Jacksonville wants that ball back. Jackson DeVille, who made the lengthy trip. Rick Nielsen's defense, much maligned this season, has actually been outstanding here in the second quarter. Now the New England offense is still on the field. And Joe?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting here. You throw the ball just a little bit short of the stick so you complete it. The clock keeps running. Jacksonville uses that last time out. You hurry up to the line of scrimmage and just kind of see what they're doing. Sometimes they can get confused with the substitution, or maybe you're going to get up to the line of scrimmage, take a look, and you're going to see, hey, we got a matchup we like, we'll take it. We'll try to throw the ball for an easy completion and try to get a first down instead of putting our defense in a situation that they haven't exactly been great in at the end of the half with the 2-minute drive.
They have drawn Jacksonville offsides a couple of times with a hard count. May trying to do it again and doesn't work. So New England uses a timeout and they're going to punt it away, which last time wasn't the best idea.
They may want to punt this one out of bounds. I'm just giving you a little tip there. Coverage team not beautiful on the last one, so don't take any chances. Just kick it out of bounds towards the 20.
So good job by this Jacksonville defense, which has forced 3 straight 3-and-outs by the New England offense, which started out on fire. Speaking on fire, Parker Washington just returned a franchise record 97 yards for a score standing at his own 10. Beringer boots it away. This is a beauty. Washington's he's going to get away from it now. And it'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, some of us might be new to football while watching it overseas, but Joe Thomas, no, you are wearing a Munich Ravens hat. Tell everybody what you've been doing.
I was over in Munich, Germany the last 9 months, watching these big hog mollies. Not a lot of guys in the bunch here. A lot of pretzel, a lot of schnitzel, a lot of house beer drank with this group, and maybe this guy too a little bit. We had a lot of fun. I mean, coaching is definitely addicting. It was great being over in Germany where they love NFL football. They love the game of football, and they're just dying for any little tidbit on coaching and on getting better as football players.
So the Jags 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They're going to throw it, though. Dearness Johnson catches it, gets it past the 10 before he gets nailed. Christian Ellis there.
Well, might as well take a chance, right? You always usually get those easy completions in the middle of the field when you've got a defense playing super soft. So get a completion, see what happens. Now they're just going to roll the clock.
Smart coaching move. I'll let you wear your OC hat for a second, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're up by 12. You don't really need to push it, but I guess I'm always an aggressive type. Yeah, maybe take one more shot and see what happens if you can get yourself within a reasonable
And
distance.
it's halftime. I'm going to go take my shower and shave.
Tale of 2 quarters as New England scored on each of its first 2 possessions, had a 10-0 lead, and then Jacksonville 3 straight touchdowns, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground, and 1 special teams touchdown. Steve Weish downstairs with a very happy coach from Jacksonville.
Well, Coach, just an incredible second quarter right there at the big plays, but your rookie, Brian Thomas, what about the way he showcased himself?
I mean, he's showing up, big moments, big time plays, and big, in these big games like this. He's doing a great job for us. He got us back in this game, and offense really kind of settled down there in the second quarter. Defense started playing like they're capable of doing, and it's good to kind of get on the scoreboard there.
Now, you talked about last week, you had some lulls at this point in the game coming out in the third quarter. How can you keep this momentum going?
Well, obviously, we talked about the middle eight a lot, and we had a great drive. We scored, got the 2-point conversion. Now we get the ball to start the second half. So, look, it's just a mindset. We just got to come out and do it.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
That is the end of the first half. The Jags leading the Patriots 22-10. Right after a quick break, it is the Lexus Halftime Report.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. Remember how you forget to charge your phone? All good. That heavy right foot of yours? We got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in a studio, it began with you.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh? Like he chasing an ice cream truck. Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Cuz hold it up like a baby wine. Only takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day. Respect. Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called. Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools. And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together. Together.
Wakey, wakey. Sunday morning football is back in Germany. NFL Network has an NFC clash live from Allianz Arena in Munich. Giants, Panthers, Sunday, November 10th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Welcome to the Lexus halftime show, and it is a walk in the park for the Jags in this first half. Parker Washington pops off 96 yards on the punt return for the touchdown, the longest in franchise history, and the Jags take a 22-10 lead into the half. 22 unanswered points for Jacksonville in this one as we welcome you into our studio. John McCoy, Kyle Brandt, Colleen Wolfe. We spent all morning telling you that this was going to be an exciting game. We weren't lying. Trevor Lawrence in this one right now. He is so efficient, 9 of 10. He has more touchdowns, or as many touchdowns as incompletions. What do you think so far about Trevor Lawrence today?
Yeah, he's playing well. He's operating at a high level, operating like a franchise quarterback. He's hitting on all cylinders. Here you see him right here, going through the reads, hits Brian Thomas Jr. for a touchdown. And what's working for them right now is the play action. He's looking around, hits Christian Kirk on the cross around, boom, got it. And then big pass right here for 58 yards. Come on now, Thomas Jr. down the field. Let me get that. Trevor is balling right now, and I love seeing it.
Play action doesn't work without the run game. DeErnest Johnson. DeErnest goes to London. You remember this guy in Cleveland? He's playing well for the star of the first half. Curtavious. Tank Bigsby. Boom.
There he is.
Tank leads the NFL in yards per carry on a 1-5 team. They give it to him in the end zone. And guys, he's officially over here on this content on Scepter Watch. This is the Angry Run Scepter. Tank has already won one this year. He may win 2 this year. Tank, I will send this overseas and pay for the shipping. You're beautiful, my man. Jacksonville rolling, Colleen.
With a name like Tank, he should be winning that every single week. Listen up, people. NFL Plus Premium is the place to be. You can stream live, local, and primetime games on mobile, plus NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, and more. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. That subscription, it is required for NFL Plus Premium. The Jacksonville Jaguars coming back to life in this second quarter. Here's the 2-point conversion from Brian Thomas Jr. as the Jags are up 22-10. We'll be right back.
Shopping is hard.
Nothing ever fits.
Everything I own was a birthday present. Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, and budget, and done.
That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone.
Chunky is spicy, and it's good to be spicy. I'm talking hunks of fiery, delicious protein. Oh, is it hot in here? Or is it just chunky? Soup that eats like a meal.
Good job. Good morning.
The best part about having kids
I want to have a lot of waffles.
is when they have kids of their own.
And yes, it's a little bit burnt. Oh my God.
Coles, where families come first.
We about to level up.
The next icon of vacations, Star of the Seas. Book today.
Let's get ready for football! Okay, here we go.
It feels like this is a different era.
You see this intersection between entertainment and sport.
That is the Jets doubling down.
This is storybook stuff. It's exciting.
Week 7 of the NFL season continues later today on CBS and Fox, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Jets face the Steelers on NBC, and concludes with 2 games Monday night, Ravens Buccaneers on ESPN and ABC, and Chargers Cardinals on ESPN+. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL+.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game
last game in London, but not the last international game. Week 10, wake up with NFL Network as the NFL returns to Germany for an NFC battle between the Giants and the Panthers. Live from Munich Sunday, November 10th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus. Let's get to some of the other games today. Week 7, have a lot of them. Let's go to the Texans and the Packers. Two great young quarterbacks. Which one is more difficult to defend?
I'm going to have to go with C.J. Stroud, man. He's far beyond his years, and what he does great is his eyes are always downfield, great in the pocket, but he can also kill you with his feet. You see him right here, eyes downfield, he evades the rusher, eyes downfield, running. Here's Nico Collins, big first down. Now here he is, he has play action, eyes downfield, steps up in the pocket, knows he's going to take a hit. He hits Stephon Diggs in the honey hole, boom, got him again. Now I told you, what he can do is he can beat you with his feet. Eyes are always downfield. He can make plays with his feet, but look, eyes still downfield, make another defender miss. Big first down. This guy's only in year 2. That's what's so scary about him. He's only in year 2, far beyond his years.
The Packers, they're chasing the Lions and the Vikings in the division. That game coming up, that game for first place in the division and the conference. What do you expect from Justin Jefferson?
Bad things. Detroit, I love you. You don't want to see what I have on this card right here.
Oh, no.
The numbers on this card are disgusting. Justin Jefferson's 5 best games of his career, 3 of them are against Detroit. He has done them for 182, 192, and 223. He spent a first-round draft pick on Terry Arnold, the cornerback's a great player, but he better do something, because, Colleen, there could be a documentary and 2 podcasts on the true prime Justin Jefferson that's against Detroit. Now, listen, all 3 of those games, Detroit won. But if he goes off for 223, we can't get him close to that. JJ destroys the Lions. Try to hold him down today. My God.
That game coming up in the next window. And NFL Network has you covered all day long. Stay right here. We have NFL Game Day highlights coming up. NFL Game Day final. Everything you need to know. Recaps, post-game sound, analysis. It's all right here on NFL Network. As well as the second half of this game. Patriots trying to get back into this one in the second half. They scored on the opening drive with Michael Hasty. They're down 22-10. We'll see if they can get back here. Thanks for watching the Lexus Halftime Show.
Lexus, show alternate routes. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech forward and tech ready Lexus NX.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
This week, ready to have some fun? It's the Vikings versus the Rams. As Thursday night football is on. Vikings, Rams at 7 Eastern, only on Prime.
At Verizon, every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Wow, phones are going to be flying to Verizon.
Switch to Verizon and get the new iPhone 16 Pro and get a new iPad and Apple One all on us. Only on Verizon.
You guys are making this work.
With Bud Light, it's easy to watch NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV.
Yes! Right? It's not for everybody, right? Marriage is not for everybody, but...
Visit BudLight.com for a chance to win.
Right, everybody, cheers!
Canva presents the top plays at work. Number 3. Here's the snap, and it's a beautiful block. Teammates love that. And at number 2. What a grab! Now watch this move. Full separation. And at number 1. You can seal the deal. And they are off to the races. Make a big play at work with Canva.
Want to know who's dominating on defense?
Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in tackles?
Back in London, tackling optional at times in the first half. Jacksonville leads New England 22-10 as you take a look at the first half stats. It was really a first quarter dominated by New England, and then Jacksonville totally took over with 22 unanswered points. And right now we welcome you to the Gentry in the booth where we take care of one another, as you can see there, Joe.
That's true love there, trying to cover up the back brace I'm wearing as I'm standing here. Don't want to be humiliated as the old crippled man in this booth. Certainly not as handsome as you.
All right, that's enough.
Certainly, we got a great game, which is what's making both of us really excited. Seeing the offense finally from both of these squads, seeing Drake May started out really good in this game, moving the ball all over the field, great balance from that offense, and then Jacksonville answering the call, being that spark. That was one of the things that Doug Peterson talked to us about. He said, we go through some really good periods, and then we hit these lulls, and nobody wants to make the play. Nobody wants to stand up and be that spark. They're always waiting for somebody else. Brian Thomas was that spark in the first half for the Jaguars.
As you can see, both quarterbacks outstanding in terms of completion percentage. Drake May really came out on fire those first two drives, but now he's got some catching up to do. And there's that man again, Parker Washington, with a 97-yard punt return, and he's going to let this kickoff return sail through the end zone. Well, Jacksonville truly took it to task in the second quarter. 22 unanswered points. It got started with the rookie a couple of times, Joe.
Yeah, it was amazing using his speed, running right down the middle of the Patriots defense, getting him down there, and then it's Tank Bigsby running it right up into the middle of that Patriots defense with physicality, and catching the ball in the 3-yard line on a punt return. That's not allowed. You can't do that. Hey, great job, great job. Well done. Parker Washington taking it 97 yards, putting the nail in the first half coffin for the Jaguars.
And for Jacksonville, their highest scoring quarter in 7 years. Jacksonville off and running their Pro Bowl tight end Evan Ingram with a first down. He's caught all 4 of his targets today. And really imperative for New England to kind of tighten things up defensively. Patriots fans, they might be excited about their quarterback. They're not used to seeing their defense struggle the way that it has the last 6 quarters.
Yeah, this is a defense that is fairly simple. You know, they're not running a bunch of crazy blitzes. They're playing a lot of man coverage. They just want to be tough, fundamentally sound, being in the right gap. And they haven't done that, right? It's been the mental errors we saw in the first half. Brian Thomas coming from the right side in the end zone and almost completely uncovered. We're not used to seeing that from the Patriots.
Well, the Patriots get a little help there on the misconnect between Lawrence and Bigsby. It'll set up a 2nd and 10. And really for Jacksonville, a chance to perhaps save their season. I mean, at 2-5, if they're able to win this one, they might have a monstrous schedule coming up, but at least they'd be breathing, and Doug Peterson would have to not worry about job security questions for a week, you would imagine.
Yeah, to get the most out of your team, you got to believe that they have hope in their season, that they can still make something of it. This win would do a lot to give them that hope and belief that this still can be a special season.
Lawrence looking left, throwing to the middle now. He's got Ernest Johnson, who's got a lot of room inside the 40 to 35, and dragged down by Kyle Duggar. Gain of 27.
Ernest Johnson, he's right here. He's just run a little M route out of the backfield. Looks like he's going to run a swing, and then he beats the linebacker across his face, gets the football with his shoulder pads running down the field, which that's always going to be a bad matchup with Ernest Johnson against the linebacker. Great job picking up the yardage he can, getting a huge first down, getting the Jaguars in a situation where now they're in field goal range and potentially beyond.
Johnson, minimal gain there. But as you can see, if Jacksonville wins this one, you still have a smidge of hope, according to the playoff percentage odds. And if they lose, nil. We're not just saying that because we're in a soccer stadium, because we like the word nil. But it just does not happen. Now, don't draw on the screen, sir, where there's no graphic.
There used to be a 6.5, and I was saying, you're saying there's a chance. But nil, we're not saying there's a chance. So that's why this one's pretty important.
2nd and 10, Lawrence. Brenton Strange with a flag on the play. It looks like that ball hit the turf. So it was ruled incomplete, but Brad Rogers, step up to the mic, please.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
That's on Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, Brenton Strange looks like he's going to go across the formation. He puts the brakes on, and unfortunately, Kyle Duggar's not able to stay in coverage without jerking that T-shirt right there. Pretty easy call for the officials when they see that stretch of the T-shirt.
So ball marked at the New England 31. You got to imagine what New England, the way that their offense doesn't score a ton of.
For the Jaguars.
And for Jacksonville, their highest scoring quarter in 7 years. Jacksonville off and running their Pro Bowl tight end Evan Ingram with a first down. He's caught all 4 of his targets today. And really imperative for New England to kind of tighten things up defensively. Patriots fans, they might be excited about their quarterback. They're not used to seeing their defense struggle the way that it has the last 6 quarters.
Yeah, this is a defense that is fairly simple. You know, they're not running a bunch of crazy blitzes. They're playing a lot of man coverage. They just want to be tough, fundamentally sound, being in the right gap. And they haven't done that, right? It's been the mental errors we saw in the first half. Ryan Thomas coming from the right side in the end zone and almost completely uncovered. We're not used to seeing that from the Patriots.
Well, the Patriots get a little help there on the misconnect between Lawrence and Bigsby. They'll set up a 2nd and 10. And really for Jacksonville, a chance to perhaps save their season. I mean, at 2-5, if they're able to win this one, they might have a monstrous schedule coming up, but at least they'd be breathing, and Doug Peterson would have to not worry about job security questions for a week, you would imagine.
Yeah, to get the most out of your team, you got to believe that they have hope in their season, that they can still make something of it. This win would do a lot to give them that hope and belief that this still can be a special season.
Lawrence looking left, throwing in the middle now. He's got Dearness Johnson, who's got a lot of room inside the 40 to 35, and dragged down by Kyle Duggar. Gain of 27.
Dearness Johnson, he's right here. He's just running a little M route out of the backfield. Looks like he's going to run a swing, and then he beats the linebacker across his face, gets the football with his shoulder pads running down the field, which that's always going to be a bad matchup with Dearness Johnson against the linebacker. Great job picking up the yardage you can, getting a huge first down, getting the Jaguars in a situation where now they're in field goal range and potentially beyond.
Johnson, minimal gain there. As you can see, if Jacksonville wins this one, you still have a smidge of hope, according to the playoff percentage odds. And if they lose, nil. We're not just saying that because we're in a soccer stadium, because we like the word nil. But it just does not happen. Now, don't draw on the screen, sir, where there's not a graphic.
There used to be a 6.5, and I was saying, you're saying there's a chance. But nil, we're not saying there's a chance. So that's why this one's pretty important.
2nd and 10, Lawrence. Brenton Strange with a flag on the play. It looks like that ball hit the turf. So it was ruled incomplete, but Brad Rogers, step up to the mic, please.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
That's on Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, Brenton Strange looks like he's going to go across the formation. He puts the brakes on, and unfortunately, Kyle Duggar's not able to stay in coverage without jerking that T-shirt right there. Pretty easy call for the officials when they see that stretch of the T-shirt.
So ball marked at the New England 31. You got to imagine what New England, the way that their offense doesn't score a ton of points, it got to hold Jacksonville maybe to a field goal attempt here.
The big fear for New England is that they become one-dimensional because you get behind, and then all of a sudden Drake May has to throw every single play.
Bigsby up the gut, inside the 25 and down to the 23. Of course, at halftime, Kyle Brandt said, I'm going to send the scepter to London. That guy has already won it for the week. Kyle, it's a gracious move on your part. If you send it here, it's not going to get to them because they're leaving after the game. They've been here a couple weeks already.
Yeah, nice job by Bigsby. He's got 2 pullers right in front of him. He puts his shoulders down, And even after there's contact made, he gains 3 or 4 yards. Some tough running there by Bigsby.
More tough running and another first down for Jacksonville as he gets inside the 20. And this is kind of what we were talking about at the beginning of the game, was Jacksonville has so much talent all over the place that you wondered how the heck they got to 1-5 this season, Joe.
Well, they could really do anything to get defense, right? They got 2 really good running backs. They got a guy on the outside who can beat you with speed. They've got Evan Ingram in the middle of the field who can be a weapon against linebackers and safeties. You got a quarterback who you think should be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. There's no holes on this team, and so it doesn't really make sense why they're not winning more games.
Fourth straight run for Jacksonville, and Bigsby picks up a couple. Tabai and Equale combined on the stop.
Just picking away here, just churning their way down the field, taking time off the clock, starting to wear that New England defense down a little bit. And Tank Bigsby, being the physical back that he is, those guys on defense don't want to see him on a 10-play drive where he's getting 5, 6, 7 carries and he's finishing with his shoulder pads down the field, just inflicting the pain on that defense.
Dearness Johnson up the gut inside the 10 and another Jacksonville first down. They continue to eat on the ground on this drive. And New England's defense with no answers.
So it's interesting, if you watch out here, they ran like a little fake bubble on the outside, and it forced the linebacker to respect it, and then when they handed it off to Ernest up the middle, there was nobody to be able to fill, so they put him in conflict with the run and the pass option, gave him an easy run up the gut. Great run design there by Doug Peterson and company.
Dearness Johnson remains in the backfield, first and goal. Lawrence Blake looking, plenty of time, first to the net to the end zone, and overshoots Davis. Davis a couple of touchdowns in the loss last week against Chicago.
Davis running the back line there. Great coverage by the Patriots. And that's one of the things when you're a defensive back and you got a receiver running the back line, you want to try to push him with your body leverage out of the back of the end zone so he has no space to be able to go up and come down with his feet and bounce. Great job in the coverage there by New England.
Cliche alert. Run pass very even today for Jacksonville. Johnson going to bounce outside, cut it inside, and get wrestled down at the 3. That'll bring up third and goal as Drake May could just look on at this point.
Oh, I thought this one was going for a touchdown for Dearness Johnson. If he doesn't slip, this one's going to the end zone because they got a seal on the edge by the tight end. The backside guard pulled around. He had outside leverage on the man on defense who had to keep his outside arm free, and if Dearness doesn't slip, he's able to run right around that into the end zone near the far pylon.
Lawrence out of the shotgun on third and goal. Looks right, fires right. Christian Kirk has it! And he does not have it for a touchdown. Good coverage there by Marcus Jones. And Kirk staring up at the screen saying, wait a second, no? There's one. That left foot did not get down.
Oh, that's a tough one right there. So close, but just gets that left foot down out of bounds. You would have loved to see the ball be thrown a little bit more towards that far pylon. Christian Kirk is able to beat the defender, and if Trevor Lawrence puts it a little bit more towards that far pylon, that's going to be an easy touchdown.
It's an easy field goal for Cam Little, and Jacksonville has now ripped off 25 consecutive points. They lead by 15. Last week at Tottenham Hotspur, having much better fortune today. 25 straight points they had scored against New England. Well, earlier today at halftime, 4 members of the Jag Tag program participated in a football contest. It was judged by Jaguars legends Fred Taylor, Tony Baselli, Josh Scobie as well. Children participated in field goal, route running, touchdown catch, and celebration challenges. Jag Tag offered in over 300 schools all across the UK. It's part of the NFL's flag football initiative. Well, Patriots here in the world of tackle football got to get going offensively. Stevenson pokes his way forward for about 2.5 or so. So, Joe, Patriots so good in that opening quarter, but in their last 3 drives, 9 plays, 19 yards. And now with their rookie quarterback at the helm, they got to start cutting it loose a little bit, it feels like.
Yeah, you got to think that Drake May's going to start taking a few shots down the field. Obviously, you don't want to be one-dimensional with a rookie quarterback because then that gives the defense the full menu of blitzes, but you got to take some shots here.
May does look downfield, and he connects right at the sticks. That is Austin Hooper, his first catch of the day. And that is indeed a first down.
Here we go, Austin Hooper doing a good job finding the space in the zone coverage, making himself available, putting his hands out there. Drake May throwing the ball hard enough to be able to get it through the window and where his tight end can secure the football and get the first down. Tight ends, also a rookie quarterback's best friends in addition to the run game.
Play fake by May. Looks downfield, throws for Polk. The ball is tipped and knocked away. Polk calling for the flag, but his rough tenure so far in New England continues.
It looked like Jerry and Jones may have been a little bit early, but the officials disagreed with us.
Well, Polk is a guy that they wanted to get going early. Their offensive coordinator, Alex Van Pelt, said as much. They really haven't gotten much production at all. Just 10 catches for the second-round pick out of Washington.
Yeah, they tried to get him the ball a couple times early, had a drop, and then he had another one that it was a good play by the defense, just busted it loose.
May, pressure, scrambles, dumps it down. Stevenson picks up about 4 or 5 before Chad Muma lights him up. Jacksonville defense, a little credit to Rick Nielsen and his crew.
Yeah, you see the right tackle there, just oversetting on Trayvon Walker, but Drake May showing that athleticism, right? That was one of the things they loved about him coming out of the draft. You got an unblocked rusher right in your face. You can escape the pocket. You can find somebody down the field, throw the football. That's why rush lanes are so important for the Jacksonville defensive line. You can't go running wild and take any pass rush move you want because it's exactly what Drake May wants to be able to extend plays.
3rd and 5, May, time, throws, ball is almost picked off by a returning Tyson Campbell, playing for the first time since week 1 because of that hamstring injury. And he looks at his hands and he says, they failed me.
Yeah, just not a great decision with how to throw the football here by Drake May. He just lofts it, and when you've got some trail man coverage coming from behind, especially as fast as Tyson Campbell, you got to throw that thing on a rope or keep it high where only your guy can get it. But if he throws it soft off his back foot like that, you're going to give the defense an opportunity to undercut that play and almost make the interception.
Beringer booting it away to Parker Washington, who calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 9.5. Well, the Patriots need a stop. Jacksonville says we will move on. As we move on to a visit at Buckingham Palace. Hello, royalty.
Check it, Chad.
Dude, I told you. DraftKings is the best place to bet.
Come on now.
Come on. Come on.
Family program.
No, it's early. It's early.
Oh, it's too early. That's right. It is early back home.
This is not NFL Network After Dark. Bigsby stopped after a 1-yard gain. Let's take a look at Next Gen Stats powered by AWS, and it is the special play on special teams by Parker Washington. Less than a 1% touchdown probability when he caught the ball inside the 5, Joe.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where the coach is yelling in his mind, "What are you doing?" Okay, great job, what a job. Heck of a job, great job catching it. I'm so glad you did that. Fantastic decision.
Lawrence, time to throw. Ball across the middle and caught. Brian Thomas Jr. with another reception and another Jacksonville first down with a gain of 13.
Really nice job here by Trevor Lawrence. He's got pressure right in his face. He delivers the football on time with the slant route to Brian Thomas, who uses those great hands, catching the football away from his body and picking up the first down. This guy is such a weapon. One of the best receivers in the NFL already in his rookie season.
3 more catches for 77 yards. Rookie who leads all rooks in receiving yards this season. Dearness Johnson tripped up. Anthony Jennings flexing his muscles on that one. And New England needs a quick stop and needs to get a little momentum back in this one.
Yeah, good job by Jennings right there. He's got a polar big boy right in his face. He realizes this is not a good matchup if I stay up. So I'm going to go and I'm going to cut the polar. He creates the pile right in the hole. The running back's got nowhere to go. Can't bounce it outside. Can't cut it up inside. Gets the negative yard play to set up a 2nd and long.
Lawrence all by his lonesome on 2nd and 11. Quickly dump it out. It's Thomas Jr. again, weaves his way up to the 30. About 4 yards shy of the first down.
All right, come on, boys. We're running a quick receiver screen out here. We got 2 linemen who release nicely and are out in front of the screen. Both of them go to block the same guy. Both of them miss.
You're supposed to know which guy to block.
Yeah, well, block somebody, block anybody. Both block the same guy. I don't care, but on Monday, they're going to be hearing about it, and it'll be something to laugh about if you win, and if you lose, there's going to be a lot of pucker in that meeting.
Just the 4th third down attempt for Jacksonville. Play clock winding down. They just get it off. Thomas again, and he gets it up for the first down.
Trying to get to a quick receiver screen there, realizing the coverage that they've got. They've got man coverage there, so it should be an easy completion. Don't even bring the lineman out there this time. They didn't do any good last time he ran a screen on the other side. Keep it all receivers. Maybe they're better blockers. They get the first down. Good decision by Trevor Lawrence there, checking the play after he sees the coverage.
Thomas with 3 of his 5 receptions on this drive as Jacksonville has moved the ball out to its own 35. And it's an end around Thomas. Not much room on that left side as Keon White chases him down. Well, 2 of the better young players in the NFL, Christian Gonzalez on the defensive side, Brian Thomas Jr. on the offensive.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez had a tough week last week against Stephon Diggs. He's got a tough matchup again this week versus Brian Thomas, and Brian Thomas is getting the best of him, right? Brian Thomas hits that big play down the middle. He's catching the ball all over the field, crossing routes, posts, goes, and Brian Thomas continuing to prove that he's nearly impossible to guard because of the versatility and the speed that he brings to this offense.
That's Ingram getting outside, but Kyle Duggar right there for the stop. You talk about Christian Gonzalez, he just faces the other team's number 1 week after week. It started opening day with the Bengals' Jamar Chase. He's seen Garrett Wilson and Tyreek Hill last week. He said, I just didn't do a good enough job against Stephon Diggs, and now has a shot at Brian Thomas, who, although he's only 7 weeks into his NFL career, starting to establish himself.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez, he's the guy that's got the heavy load. in this New England defense that wants to play a lot of man coverage, he's going to have to see the best receiver every week. And every team in this league is going to have a great number one receiver.
Third and 8. Lawrence being pressured, steps up. He's got room on the left side. He's going to run for the first down, not head first, down at the 48.
Lawrence says, you know, Drake May's a good athlete, but he's not the only quarterback that can run for a first down around here. As we look at the replay, you see New England's showing pressure. They drop out, but then they end up bringing the guy off the left slot. Really nice job by the offensive line, creating enough space in the B gap for Lawrence to recognize, hey, the coverage is there, but I can sneak out to the left side, and I got plenty of space to use my wheels to go get that first down and give him a little first down.
New England unable to get those third down stops, and so Jacksonville a fresh set of downs. It's Bixby up the gut, plows over a few more would-be tacklers and gets it down close to the 40. Another first down for Jacksonville. I don't know if he was carrying Kyle Brandt's scepter under his shoulder pads, but he means business today.
Yeah, Bixby doing a great job. Let's take a look at this replay here. Look at those two dudes on the backside. Center, left guard, left tackle, and tight end both getting tons of vertical movement on their double teams, creating plenty of space for Bixby to get up in the line of scrimmage, make a cut with his heels in the line of scrimmage, and when that dude's going downhill, nobody's going to tackle him at the second level.
Bixby again, inside the 35, and yet another first down. Thing that can stop Jacksonville's offense is an NFL Network promo. Get all caught up on the Week 7 action, game day highlights, game day final. Brett Lewis, MJD coming your way tonight. Some great games all over the place. Pittsburgh and the Jets on Sunday Night Football. So much intrigue there. Lions, Vikings. Whew. It's going to be a good day here around the NFL. Final minute of the third quarter. It's Bixby again. Inside the 25.
Jacksonville just pitching their card to Bixby right now. The big ox running the ball right up the middle of this Patriots defense consistently on the left side. Got to give a lot of love right now to that Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line, starting with the center, left guard, left tackle. They got Walker Little in there for Cam Robinson, and he's just physically coming down quickly and smashing those linebackers, creating space for Tank Bixby.
Well, a drive that has lasted more than 7 minutes.
That's the quarter number 3.
London. Everybody here.
Back in Munich at Oktoberfest, yes. One of the favorites.
Start of the fourth quarter, Jacksonville mounting yet another drive. Dearness Johnson weaving his way through London traffic, which can be a pain, as we have found out several times over the last few days. Sets up third and short.
New England continues to have no answer for these inside runs. That one, Jacksonville was pulling their backside guard. New England's trying to run a few different stunts up front to limit some of this yardage, but the physicality of the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line right now is too much for this New England front.
Bigsby back in the game. Third and a short two. And it's the big fella again, marching his way down inside the 15. And they'll move the chains yet again.
Yeah, baby. This is exactly the game that I wanted right here. Inside zone, power, counter. Look at that, just finding the crack, running right through those arms. Nobody's going to get Tank Bigsby down in a phone book with 2 yards to go. This is just turned into an attitude drive for this Jacksonville offensive line. Tank Bigsby, this is exactly the type of drive that you need to sort of set the tempo for the rest of the season. Who you want to be, physical, tough.
And again, it's Bigsby. And if they're not going to stop it, why should you? Another 5 yards. Joe, as an offensive lineman, this is the time of the game where you must love this.
You're loving it right now. One, because you don't have to pass block anybody, which is the most stressful part of being an offensive lineman. But also, you get to impose your will on some of these guys. I mean, I'm watching the center guard combinations over here on the Skycam replay over and over again, just blowing the defensive tackles 3, 4, 5 yards off the line. And when you get that type of movement on the inside of a defense, it really doesn't matter what anybody else does. You have Tank Bigsby 2 yards down the field before he's even getting contact made, and the way he runs, it's nearly impossible to stop this train as it's moving forward towards the end zone.
Another 3 yards, it'll be a third and short yet again, so a little credit to the interior of that Jacksonville offensive line. The center, Mitch Morse, who of course came over in the offseason for Buffalo, Brandon Scherf, and also Ezra Cleveland, those 3 guys in particular.
Yeah, Walker Little's doing a great job when he gets an opportunity in there. He's in for the injured Cam Robinson. I mean, this offensive line is just taking over this game. And if I'm Doug Peterson right now, I'm thinking, I'm running the ball. Who cares? It's fourth down territory because it's the way they run the ball.
7 straight runs for Jacksonville. Play clock winding down. They just get it off. Bigsby again. Oh, he takes a serious shot. Look like Marte Mapu.
It's like everything's good in here.
Jacksonville's going to be just short. And you have to imagine Doug Peterson's going to say, let's go for it, right? Bring in the big fellas.
Yeah, when you're calling that 3rd and 2 play, you're thinking, this is 2 plays. I'm calling 2 runs. I don't care what happens because I'm going to go for it on 4th and 1. Unfortunately, on that last play, Anton Harrison had a little confusion, didn't know he was blocking. This man beats him right to the inside, so they're not able to get the play started. Only get 1 yard there.
Jacksonville 7 for 14 on 4th down tries this year. Bigsby in the backfield. They're going to give it to the big fella. Looks like he is not going to get it. New England's defense stiffens. And it looks like a turnover on downs. Indeed, New England ball. Jacksonville with a 17-play drive, but no additional points. The Patriots still alive. get back to the fourth down stop momentarily, but that is a play that saved the game for New England. Jacksonville, 17 plays, 11 minutes and 24 seconds, and they walked away with 0 points. The longest drive for any team in the league this season, but New England stiffens, and now they got to get going on offense. Hunter Henry gets it past the 10 and start out. Once again, take us back to the fourth down.
Yeah, we got the fourth down play here, and where you want to look is right here, these two plays. So if you roll it, you can see Ezra Cleveland on Roy here. Ezra does not get his helmet to the inside. He gets chucked down really quickly, and then when Walker Little gets up to the linebacker, he doesn't get his helmet to the inside. There's nowhere for the running back to go, and that's why he gets stopped at fourth down.
The veteran Austin Hooper tiptoes his way toward a New England first down, gets it out past the 15. Time right now to check in with Steve Weiss.
Well, we're seeing number 3, Demario Pop Douglas, come back into the game. He was out for a while with an illness, was questionable, but he just took the huddle for the Patriots.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. They're going to need some explosive plays, and he is their best weapon on the outside. Down 2 scores, closing in on the 10-minute mark. Bay, plenty of time, rolls right, throws downfield, and incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Kayshon Boutte. Monteric Brown, good coverage.
Yeah, Jaguars defense is showing good coverage right now. Drake May's holding on to the football, hoping that he can escape the pocket, give his receivers a little bit of time to get open, but you're just not getting a lot of separation to create space for Drake May to throw the football down the field.
Second and 10. Michael Hasty, who scored the lone Patriots touchdown in the backfield. And he's going to get the handoff. He gets held to 2, maybe 3 by this Jacksonville front line, which has really cranked it up here over the last 2+ quarters.
You're just dancing too much there. You're running inside zone, especially when you're offset in the shotgun. You can't be so slow to make a decision. Yeah, you want to press the line of scrimmage, but you can't dance back and forth because the defense is going to be able to catch up to you and you're not going to gain any yardage.
Drake May started the game hitting 12 of his first 15 passes. Since then, just 5 of 10. Here on 3rd and 8, standing, looking toward the middle of the field, and he connects with Hunter Henry. Somehow a remarkable catch as he works it up to midfield. A gain of 32 keeps the drive alive.
Hunter Henry right there in the slot, the inside of the 3 receivers just running the seam, doing a great job making himself available to this quarterback. Drake May realizes that Darnell Savage has his back turned. It's a safe throw as long as you throw it high. Hunter Henry coming down with it, another one down the sideline.
That's right, Kayshon Boutte says we're going that way for a gain of 35, and just like that, New England has moved it into the red zone.
4th down stop for New England, sparking the offense here. What a catch now, another one. Man coverage, he's throwing the ball out, giving his receiver an opportunity to catch the ball and nobody else, and now they're playing fast.
Yay, pressure, trying to keep it alive. He just dumps it down to Michael Hasty, who is coming back to try to help block. The old backhanded flip.
That's not something that rookies are allowed to do. They're not allowed to be that smart, saving a sack, realizing all they got to do is flip it at their running back's feet. Not playing like a rookie right now, this Drake May.
Now these last few pass plays, a 32-yarder to Henry, and then hitting Boutte on a big-time pass to get it down to the 17. Just like that, New England flirting with its first scoring drive since early in the game. May looking left, throws, ball incomplete, nearly picked off by Andre Sisco.
Those are the ones you got to have, right? We talked about Jacksonville all season. They've been good, but then in critical moments you make mistakes. Penalties, drops, missed assignments. Right there, Andre Sisco, you got to make that play. I mean, you're an NFL player, the ball's thrown right to you, catch it with your hands, bring it in, make that game-changing play. Don't drop it and grab your head.
He does have the lone Jacksonville interception this season. Remember last week, he questioned the effort of his team following the blowout loss against the Chicago Bears. 3rd and 10. And
Das gab jetzt false studs.
I think they're going to get the right tackle here for New England.
All start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Yeah, it is Michael Owenu, who has moved back from right guard to right tackle because of injuries this week.
Yeah, he's a versatile guy. He's kind of played all over this offensive line, but he allowed 3 pressures last week.
All right, so 3rd and 15. You're down by 15 with 8.5 to go. Are you thinking that this is 4-down territory, getting half of it?
Yeah, you got to drive coming. I think you really got to, when you get down there, go for touchdown.
Touchdown, yeah.
New England down 9. So they're going to go for 2 right now.
Great job there. You're getting a 2-deep coverage from Jacksonville, who had been playing some man coverage early in the drive, was getting burned, so they go to 2 deep. Drake May recognizes it. He understands the seam's going to be available on the 2 deep. As long as he puts it there on time on the money, throws the ball exactly where it should be. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, opportunity to make this a tight game.
Play clock winding down. May. Oh, and his receiver slipped. Jalen Polk, it's been a nightmarish day for the 2nd-round receiver, but their 1st-round pick has done just fine, thank you, as Drake May leads a 90-plus yard drive to get New England back within 9.
For 2 right there when they could have made it a 1-score game if they went and tried to kick the extra point. However, both you and I, Chris, we talked about it. You want to know what you're chasing and what you need. And if you're going to need a 2-point conversion at some point, it's better to go for it early and then know what you need going down the next time in case you need to kick a field goal and a touchdown or whatever iteration of points you need. It's better to know and then chase that rather than hope you can get a 2-point conversion right at the end and then fail right at the end of the game.
When are they going to offer a 2-point conversion math class in colleges? That's what I want to know.
I'd sign up for it.
Yeah, that's what we all can take. Slide with the boot, and Jacksonville will start out at its own 30. Last drive, 11.5-minute drive, nearly 17 plays, 12 of them on the ground, Joe.
Yeah, I'm up here sweating, not because it's hot here in London, but because of how exciting this offensive line was, how dominant they were. Walker Little right there doing a great job with a C block, that's what we call. He's going to start the double team with the tight end, come down and smash the linebacker, doing it again. They were basically running the same play right behind left guard, Ezra Cleveland, right behind left tackle, Walker Little, and domination the entire way until it mattered. Until it was 4th and 1, and then both those guys get beat because they don't use the right technique. They don't get their helmets to the inside, and then all of a sudden that turns into points for New England, and we got a 9-point game here.
Well, New England's going to need another stop with 8:22 to go. Bigsby rips off a run of 4, and with that, he tops the century mark for the second time in the last 3 weeks.
I'm really happy they're giving Bigsby the ball. He's such an exciting running back and somebody that people don't know about because he's been stuck behind ETN. ETN being out this week with the hamstring injury. We talked to Doug Peterson yesterday about maybe giving him more carries because of how important it is to set up play action for Trevor Lawrence. Keep things simple in the pass game when he's at his best.
2nd and 6, under 8 minutes to go now. And it's Bigsby again. Dietrich Wise riding his back up near the first down.
Yeah, more movement to the inside there between the center and the left guard. And that's what you want to see, setting up a 3rd and short, ticking time off this clock. Now this is where it's interesting. Sorry. Okay, let's say they don't get any yardage. 4th and 1. Do you go for it? You want to hold on to the football.
Hey, you're the guy who coached in Munich this year.
I mean, I was on offense. I was like, let's go for it. Who cares? Let's go. We're going to get it. You saw how big my line was.
Lawrence going to keep it himself and mush forward for the first down.
So hard to stop those quarterback sneaks when you got a big guy like Trevor Lawrence.
Now, there are some quarterbacks who don't love the quarterback sneak, right?
Deshaun Watson, in Cleveland, they bring in Jameis Winston for the quarterback sneak. Some of the smaller quarterbacks in the league, they don't love it. But there's actually a real technique to running the quarterback sneak. Tom Brady kind of perfected it. You actually have to step back and assess the situation, assess where the movement is before you move forward. It's not just falling forward.
Under 6.5 minutes to go. Fresh set of downs for Jacksonville. Nursing a 9-point lead. It's Dearness Johnson getting up and cutting back. Jennings trying to stop him, but look at this. Mush doggies, mush. As they push forward for a few more.
That was one of the things I was always trying to coach my boys on in Munich was, hey, your running back gets stood up, fly your booties down there and start pushing the pile because you're a lot bigger than the rest of the defense is. When you get 3 or 4 guys hooked up to this train and you're all pushing in one direction, it's really hard for that defense to stop. And you can steal 3 or 4 yards. Now you're setting up a 2nd and short, which is such an important down for an offensive coordinator because you can take a shot, the defense has to respect it. You can throw intermediate or you can run and just pick up the first down.
Instead, it'll be the 17th straight run for the Jags. Yeah, you heard me right. And now Jacksonville in New England territory with another first down. Well, coming up, NFL Game Day Final. Mercedes-Benz post-game show. The crew led by Colleen Wolfe going to break down the highlights of today's game, plus an interview with the player from the winning team as well. And they're going to get you all set for an explosive Week 7 around the league. 86,651 on hand here in Wembley Stadium on what has turned into actually a picture-perfect day weather-wise now.
Beautiful. Sun's coming out here. Cakes are on the grill. Maybe some more John Denver they're going to play before we leave. Life is good.
Dearness Johnson busted outside. Just a couple. And the clock is stopped as New England uses the first of its 3 timeouts.
First timeouts called by the Patriots head coach.
Gerard Mayo, of course, he told us and all but admitted, Joe, that this is a rebuilding year. Now, that's not something that New England fans have been used to hearing over the last 20-plus seasons.
That's not something.
We will continue that discussion right after this. In London, where Gerard Mayo looking for a stop from his defense for the second straight drive, but Jacksonville pretty much imposing its will here the last 2.5 quarters. Last pass attempt, by the way, came at the 3:28 mark of the third quarter. That is unheard of. What is this, 1958?
You got a guy like Tank Bixby rumbling and stumbling, knocking defensive linebackers over, falling forward, controlling the clock. I don't know why you'd even consider throwing. I'm just going to cut the half of my call sheet off that's passes and give it to my assistant and say, we don't need this the rest of the day, bud.
What do you think? 3rd and 7, clock running. Jacksonville going to throw it?
I think there's an opportunity to throw it here out of play action, but I wouldn't throw it past the sticks. I'd throw it short and then go for it on 4th down. Because that's just what I do.
Lawrence looking left, pressure, throws, and overshoots Kirk. And so New England gets another stop. You're saying there's a chance. Been a while since we've seen Jacksonville's punter Logan Cook. Will be on for the second time today. Marcus Jones, a guy who knows a little something about returning punts for touchdowns, standing back at his own 8. Cook gets it away. Jones is going to let it hop, and it falls out of bounds inside the 15. Under 4 minutes to go, Drake May looking for another dramatic drive. We'll see if he's got one in him. Today's a wrap on the London International Games, but the next one coming your way from Munich, Germany, Week 10. NFC clash between the Giants and the Panthers at Sunday, November 10th, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on an NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus. I know you know a little bit about that town.
A little homecoming for me in a couple weeks.
May has a connection. It's Kendrick Bourne. Gets the ball past the 25, and now with under 4 to go and down 2 scores, May has the hurry-up offense working.
Yeah, good job, him. working the sideline, being able to catch the football, and hurry up for the next play.
May's going to dump it down. Jermichael Hasty past the 30, wrapped up by Devin Lloyd. Antonio Johnson also in on the stop.
Sometimes you got to just quick check it down, get back to the line of scrimmage, put some pressure on the defense, then you know you're going to get something vanilla. Now you can go back down the field.
Second and short, May steps up in the pocket, tries to run for it, gets spun down shy of the first down. Yasir Abdullah making the stop. They'll leave it in third and short.
You really don't want to try to run for those first downs unless you absolutely know you can get it, because it just takes so much time off the clock. You got a 9-point deficit here. You know you need 2 scores.
May looks left, rolls out, flag in the backfield, dumps it down incomplete. He's looking for Hunter Henry. And there's a flag in the backfield.
And unfortunately, I think it's going to be holding there on their right guard.
Holding, offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty, third down.
They're actually going to call it on the left tackle, Demontre Jacobs.
I think they may have called the wrong number. Left tackle still get holding.
Let's see.
We'll let you guys think. Here's the right guard. Here's the left tackle.
Could be both.
I don't know. That's pretty ticky-tack on the left tackle. I'm calling one. It's on City, so...
Yeah, you left tackles.
Yeah, left tackles don't hold. Come on.
All right, so pushes it back, 3rd and 12. May being pressured. Trayvon Walker has done it again.
Yep, they're not going to win.
Overall pick takes down the Patriots.